Thank you, George.
Thank you, Andy.
I'm Andy. I'm EVP for Products and Services at TM Forum. And I'm going to be talking to Cece Li. Cece, welcome to the stage. Please join us. Cece is a system architect and product manager in Whale Cloud, which is one of the companies, a TM Forum member company, that has adopted the open digital architecture. Actually, not only as a consumer of ODA, but also as a producer of ODA. And Cece has been actively contributing herself, alongside many other TM Forum members, to the development of the ODA standards and best practices. So, Cece, welcome. We'll get to your night job in a minute, but please take a seat. And let's start with your day job. So tell us, first of all, what do you do in Whale Cloud?
Okay, my day job in Whale Cloud is quite diverse. So on the one hand, I'm the designated ODA experts inside Whale Cloud to drive the the engagement and adoption across different development R&D organization inside Whale Cloud, because we have domestic product line and also the international product lines. On the other hand, personally, I also own some kind of the product solution. That is, the product manager of 5G BSS solution of international BSS product line of Whale Cloud.
Mm-hmm. So, adopting the open digital architecture in Whale Cloud, what does that really mean in practice, in day-to-day, for your product managers and for your software engineers?
Okay, as we say, Whale Cloud consider to take the ODA as our strategy at very early stage. And after we make this decision, okay, we previously prepare the skill for all the different R&D centers, the developing engineer, testing engineer, system architect, of course, and with the support from TM Forum, okay, we prepared a certain set of online training courses for more than 4,000 different staff members for Whale Cloud across all the world. So this is very good, ground. Always make the good foundation and the skill preparation for we fulfill or deliver this kind of strategy. And also in the daily developing and testing, ODA Golden Rules run through all the entire developing life cycle of different products, both BSS, OSS. Okay, and Whale Cloud consider several parties very key point. So first of all, we required to keep in line about decoupling the microservices, in line with the ODA component mappings, specifications about the ODA component. The other thing is to, open the capabilities of the BSS and OSS platform, totally compliant with TMF over API. So this is the two key points I want to mention.
So that's quite a big investment you've made to train so many staff, and also to actively change your way of working to adopt the ODA standards and principles. So what was it that motivated Whale Cloud as a company to make that investment and to follow the standards?
Actually, Whale Cloud considered to take this kind of strategy to, standardize our cloud native product suites in a very early stage. It is driven from different sides. It's both driven by the market demands as well as our internal R&D self-improvement and innovation. So as I remember, the first kind of this ODA demanding requirement is initial from Orange Group several years ago. So, and now more and more this requirement about the product compliance with ODA structure as more and more customers from the Europe, from the Middle East, Asia, and also Asia Pacific areas.
So that market demand, how are you seeing that develop? I guess a few years ago it was very early. The standards were not yet very mature. So how have you seen market interest and demand for ODA compliant solutions?
And I think this is also little bit differences among different kind of the market. As we say, this is from my personal understanding. Okay, I received a certain kind of the requirement from the our Euro customers, CSPs. Most of them, they are technical oriented requirement. Okay, about multi-cloud, hybrid cloud, cloud native architecture standardized, this kind of requirement. And compare with our Europe customer, a lot of customers in Asia Pacific area is driven, this kind of requirement is driven by business oriented digital transformation, like the beyond connectivities requirement, such as in this area of market of Asia Pacific. I'm also based in China. I'm served this market for more than 10 years, actually almost 20 years. Okay, and in this area, it's very active to beyond the connectivity, to extend the traditional telco services to the some new services like the fintech, like the other kind of the IoT services, and other kind of the e-healthcare and etc. This is beyond the traditional telco services. And in this occasion, ODA is also very helpful to help our open exposure our currently legacy BSS and OSS capabilities to different kind of the partners in the ecosystem.
I was going to ask you actually, having taken the decision to develop your products in line with ODA standards, how does that actually help you when you are doing your deployments, real projects with customers in the real world?
Okay, and we say we have this kind of requirement, initial by the customer with different kind of goals. So in this occasion, in Asia Pacific area, while we meet this similar requirement from different companies, usually according to our decoupling our microservices many years ago, not many, 5-6 years ago, and after that we standardized according to the ODA component definitions. It will be enable our totally cloud native BSS OSS solution very flexible and plug and play. In this area, Asia Pacific area, we have a lot of legacy IT systems. In these occasions, according to this plug and play product suites, it will be very easy to extend help our customers to extend their business from the traditional connectivity to some new services. And also to enable them to integrate it with new partners, new customers, like different kind of vehicle companies, like the different kind of mobile payment gateway or bank, and other kind of like the insurance or e-healthcare, very easily through the open API. So this is in Asia Pacific area. And also in the Western countries, Europe countries, we also, because we build our own reference implementation products of the ODA canvas as we demo yesterday, and in this it will be very helpful when we migrate our legacy IT systems from the local data center to different kind of public cloud. Like we just migrate our legacy BSS and build the new OSS in Luxembourg based on Alibaba Public Cloud Apsara. And also we move the legacy system into AWS in Netherlands. And also we built the new OSS system in GCP Google in UK. So that means based on this ODA canvas, it will be very helpful for we deploy and implement different kind of the solution composed by ODA components, multi cloud infra and even hybrid cloud infra.
I'm going to ask you a trick question now that we haven't prepared, because something you said just made me think about it.
Yeah.
So there's a perception that open standards like open digital architecture, that vendors will resist that because you want to lock your customers in. And so you want to make it harder to swap out bits and pieces of your software. Why did WellCloud not see it that way?
To be honestly, as our WellCloud, we are considered in the future is not consisting on the traditional legacy. We, in the one hand, we want to, to help our customer to, to create new business, and also help them to protect their traditional investment on the legacy system. So we think the capability of the system, and also the interface, and also the business flow, and even the cloud infra is very important. And in the future, not far from future, I think it will be the new trend to be collaborated. You cannot although Cloud doing the full stack BSS OSS more than 20 or 30 years from the domestic China market, but we think the things is changed, the trend is changed. There are a lot of vendors, system integrators, and some new players from the internet industry. Okay, they all join in our telco industry. So it cannot be always consist on what we already done. So currently we do not, although we're starting from the charging and billing system from domestic China 30 years ago, and now we also provide the fintech, the mobile payment, and also 5G messaging, that kind of also cloud infra, this kind of new services for our customers. So I think this is the new trend, and this is the future. We can go further in the next decade. Yeah.
Okay, that's interesting. So looking to the future, you see that it's essential that you have the flexibility to integrate to different ecosystem partners and to help your customers to do that. Okay, let's just come on then to your personal role. You spend a lot of time. You do your day job, and then at night you work for TM Forum quite often. So it seems to me. So, what is it that motivates you to give your personal time as well as your working for your company inside TM Forum?
And I joined ODCA is on on behalf of Cloud, of course, following our company's decision. So I only as a representative as the member in ODCA. And from my personally, I very cherish this kind of opportunity very much. Honestly, I think in our projects, there are so many talented engineers, experienced system architects, and also industry leaders in our projects. We're working, according to this 2 or 3 years working experience, I not only get the skill upgrading, and also I learn much more about the collaborative cultures. Because in this project is quite not different with the pre-sale projects and post-sale delivery. As our Europe, for example, working with Orange, working with Vodafone as the office is different. It's a collaborate atmosphere everywhere. We're discussing, we're working together, we're testing together. Okay, and more than that is giving me more confidence and capability to, reflect more members in our projects, especially some new joining.
So what do you actually do? What's it like working inside a TM Forum project? You've been working in one particular project, the Component Accelerator project, which is a very practical one in our Open Digital Lab. So what does it mean for you and your colleagues to be part of that? What do you do?
Working in ODSCA is not only me, but I'm only the representative, I always say the project manager for Cloud. That means in this, we build our, the ODA Canvas reference implementation. We not only test and deploy it on the Open Digital Lab on AWS for sharing by all the different members. We only build our own, upgrading our GCM cloud management platform into our ODA Canvas compliant platform. So, and also we deploy and verifying a lot of different components, both BSS and OSS components, and it will make our product more, standardized and more, trusted by different kind of customers. Yeah, I think this is the way to not only to upgrade the technical leadership from Cloud, and also a good opportunity for market exposure for the branding, but also it's encourage our technical innovation inside our product decision development.
So part of the motivation is to learn from working together with your peers, and to therefore help bring back that knowledge to help improve internally as well. So yeah. So how does that work in practice? What do you do on a weekly basis?
Processes we have on the weekly basis. We have some steering committee meetings with the big project group inside ODA, both the TNC and E2E use cases, those, and also we have special work sessions in CA projects while discussing what we have done recently and what we plan to do in the next sprint or the sprint, and what kind of difficulties or issues we met during this week. For example, it's our totally technical working meetings. We have standardized this to kind of working meeting, and during the daytime also we're planning the task for our R&D centers in the sprint. What kind of the component we need to be deployed, we need to be testing, what kind of the issues we met, what kind of the updating we need to do based on our product vision.
And inside the project, you're working with, with customers, but and potential customers, but also with competitors.
Yes.
Is that a problem, or how do you work together with companies that, in the real world, you're out there competing day to day for business?
We have a how to say silent release in our CA projects and Catalyst projects. We never talking about the projects in the real world, both the IP and delivery projects. Okay. Actually, we have a lot of members from competitors. That is okay because this is totally collaborative, talking about technical topics. So it's a good opportunity for us to learn from each other. So I think it's not related with exactly the commercial process and also the delivery projects in the real world, because we do not talk about that part in our collaborating jobs.
Yeah. Okay, that's great. So would you recommend this to other people in the audience here to get involved? How would they do that?
Of course. So first of all, I want to make advertisement for our ODA-CA projects. Here we have a lot of talented engineers and experts, industry leaders. We also want to send my personal invitation to join our ODA-CA projects. Okay, in here we have a lot of talented leaders, and we're discussing about what is happening and what will be happening in our industry. And I definitely believe that ODA is the future of our telco industry.
Cece, thank you very much. That's a great advertisement for TM Forum's work. Of course, TM Forum is our members, so we're very grateful for all the contributions that we make, and we encourage all of you to take part. It's really valuable and helpful for the industry, and hopefully for you personally as well. So, Cece, thank you very much indeed.